bump date, baby is officially 2 pounds. This week he is the size of an eggplant. I am not a fan of eggplants, but I am a fan of this baby. Here's that bump. That belly button is starting to pop. I'm 26 weeks pregnant and this pregnancy is flashing by. Before we know it, we are going to have a baby boy right in our arms. Hey guys, and welcome to my 26-week bump date. Seriously though, this pregnancy is flying by so fast. I definitely feel like before I know it, I'm going to be getting ready to give birth, and I have been trying to think a lot more about it, but at the same time, I just feel like I haven't had time to sit down and be like, okay, I'm gonna be giving birth in 14 weeks. And that is kind of insane. Like 14 weeks if I go to, you know, obviously to my due date. If I go a little bit early, like I could be giving birth within the next 12 weeks or so. And it's just, it's kind of crazy. And I definitely need to start buckling down and start thinking about it more because it is a really big deal. I mean, giving birth is tough and you kind of have to have the right mindset. You know, I just feel like I just need to start really thinking about it and processing it a little bit more. It's hard though when you have a toddler. It's just like, I don't have time to think about that. That's just one day. I'll figure that out later. But I need to really start buckling down. So like I said, he is the size of an eggplant, and that means I guess he's 9.5 inches long, which is big. It's getting big. And he is 2 whole pounds according to like the what to expect app, which means he could be a little bit more, a little bit less. But 2 pounds, that is getting to be a big baby. I have officially gained 12 pounds total, which means I think I'm up about 5 pounds since 2 weeks ago, my last bump date, which is kind of insane to me. 5 pounds seems like a lot, but I also feel like, I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's good. I say this every time, but obviously 2 of those pounds is baby, and more of that is, you know, I think a lot of it is belly. I'm definitely got, you know, I got a big belly, but I don't feel like it's coming in a lot of other places. I'm sure my face is a little bit more filled out and stuff like that. In my arms, I think I can probably tell there, but honestly, I don't feel like the weight bothers me too much, so that's good. All in all, I am feeling really good. I feel like not a lot has actually changed since my last bump date. I'm definitely getting more achy. My stomach tends to get really tight at the end of the day, and I just feel like that's, you know, my body saying, slow down, relax, take it easy. And so I've been really trying to do that a little bit more. Just because, you know, it can be a little bit painful, and I would hate to be causing myself, you know, to have contractions or anything because I'm working my body too hard, which I don't think I'm working too hard or anything, but I just think that this pregnancy is different because I'm running after a toddler and picking up a toddler and doing things that I probably didn't really do that much with Oliver when I was pregnant with him. So I think that I need to maybe just take it a little bit more easy, but at the same time, it's pregnancy and things are gonna ache and hurt and turn and pinch, and that's just kind of part of pregnancy. So, but it really hasn't been too bad. One thing that has really kicked in this week has been heartburn. With Oliver, I definitely was like, heartburn, smartburn, like I don't care, give it to me, I don't mind. And even though it hurt, like I was not going to take anything for it. But this pregnancy, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. I hate the heartburn, it sucks. And it seems like it happens like every night, whatever I eat. And I'm not gonna probably stop myself from eating certain foods. I mostly, what I do to cure it is I just drink a ton of milk, which is already totally fine with me. I love my milk. So, but if it does get really bad, I may think about asking my doctor for something that if it's really bad I need it, but I definitely don't feel like it's been that bad yet. I think I've just been a little bit less of a good sport about it, I guess you could say. As far as sleep, I've been sleeping good, and that's been nice. I've always been a really good sleeper, but I know with Oliver, at the end of the pregnancy, it tends to be a little bit harder, and I can say that it's just becoming more difficult to be comfortable. And I have a pregnancy pillow, and I'm just not wanting to break it out yet, just because it's so big, and I feel like I don't like there to be like a barrier, and it's almost like there's like a barrier in the bed between me and Brian, and I don't want to do that. So I've just been using like lots of pillows to like tuck under my legs and tuck under here. That way I can move them out of the way if I really want to. So I just been kind of hesitant to breaking out like the big pregnancy pillow, and I may try and find one that's just like a little bit smaller and not so big, because it's one of those ones that like wraps all the way around and comes on both sides of my body, and it's very comfortable, but I just don't want to break it out yet. But I've been sleeping pretty good. I tend to be like really out of breath as I'm trying to fall asleep, which I don't like. I'm just like, what have I done? It's just like I'll like turn over and I'm like, I feel like I can't breathe. So that I don't really like, but once I get comfortable and I'm like good, I sleep through the night, and so that's nice. I do have my glucose test tomorrow, which is actually basically like right now as I put this video up. So if you're watching this as this video went up, then I'm at my glucose test, and I'm not excited about it. I know some people don't mind it, some people hate it. I would say I'm like right in the middle. I was definitely like scared to death when I went with Oliver, because I do not like drinking things. It's just not, I just don't like it. I'm afraid I will just throw up. But I'm not as worried about it this time. I've tasted it. It's really not that bad. It's just like a really sugary like fruit punch or whatever. But my place doesn't like put it in the fridge or make it cold, so it's warm, and it's just like, I don't know. I just don't like it. So I'm not looking forward to that. I've been really trying to nail down a theme for this baby's nursery, but it's been so difficult for me to really wrap my head around his nursery, because we are possibly moving. We've kind of been talking about this a lot in our bump dates, and we've been really looking at, you know, just getting all like the pre-stuff worked out, and then I want to find a house, and I would love to find a house before the baby's born, which might be a little unrealistic. But if I can't, then that means baby will probably want to find a house like in January, like early next year. But like, I just don't know what to do with a nursery because he probably isn't going to use it that much. So I really don't want to like, you know, pay to get everything ready, especially when I don't even know. What if he doesn't even come to this house at all? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Every time I think about it, I get so stressed out and I start like rambling on because I don't know what to do. I know I can start buying everything, and I can definitely just put it all in a room, and I don't need to necessarily decorate, and he doesn't need a room. He'll be okay. I've got everything he needs. He's gonna co-sleep with me next to the bed, and I shouldn't be stressing about it, but I also I want to do all the mothering things where you get a nursery ready and you nest and you fold their clothes and you hang them up and you do all those things, and I don't know what to do. I just feel kind of like I'm just kind of going with the flow right now and waiting to see what the next step is, and if it turns out that we get to find a house before he's born and move in, then that would be awesome, and I'll probably just work really fast to get his nursery ready. And we'll probably be doing like the same thing that we did with Oliver, which was hurry up and get a nursery ready, and then he's born the next week. So that might be what happens, but it's really stressful for me because I just want to do everything right, and I feel like I'm just kind of, I don't know what to do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. Alright, here is the bump from the front, and I am not wearing maternity clothes right now, so it's going to be hard to tell. Alright, here it is from the front, and as you can tell, my belly button is starting to pop. It is from the side. Still no stretch marks, so that's good. And last pregnancy I got a little stretch mark above my belly button and between my belly button piercing, and that's pretty much gone, and I don't know if it's gonna come back. Guess we'll find out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this bump date. I went ahead and split up my maternity haul into a separate video, so if you guys want to know like what I got and some fun things that I purchased, definitely check that video. I'll have it linked down below. Alright guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my bump date. I cannot believe I'm 26 weeks and I am getting ready to have a baby soon. I'm gonna have a baby. I really should get things going. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I think Ollie is at a really good age, and he's only going to start to mature even more as the baby comes, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing Ollie as a big brother. I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to adjust really well. I think that he might take a few steps back, as most kids do, because, you know, they're going to start to realize that they're not the baby anymore. And so I expect that, but I think he's gonna be It's my 26-week bump date. Baby is officially 2 pounds. This week he is the size of an eggplant. I am not a fan of eggplants, but I am a fan of this baby. Here's that bump. belly button is starting to pop. I'm 26 weeks pregnant and this pregnancy is flashing by. Before we know it, we are going to